regular season finale. So fun stretch run for Duke. Gillis is fouled, which is exactly what Miami wants to see with 12.7 to go. And free throws coming to foul against Paul Jobay. How about this for Duke?
Good.
This is the 6th time in the last 8 games where Duke has not trailed. And in one of the 2 games where they did trail, they trailed Virginia for 1:54. The only other game in that stretch is the loss at Clemson. But 6 of the last 8, John, they haven't trailed for even a second.
I think it's hard. Look, it's impossible to be perfect, right? We understand it's not possible to be perfect. I think it's hard to keep getting better without having some struggles. So it's not a bad thing that they lose that game. They kind of regroup and figure out how to get a little bit better. It's hard to keep finding ways to improve when you win by 40.
38 in the margin right now. Duke forces a season-high 20 turnovers. There's a rim rocker by Jobay. Pardon his French. 97-60, your final score. Duke averaging 99 a game in the last 3. They get to 97 tonight, and they keep on rolling. 60% from 3, 56 from the field, 90% from the free throw line. Evans, Knipple, and
Do you need a free, easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC.
And Roach draws a foul on Jizzle James, his 2nd, and only the 3rd on Cincinnati.
Man, we are in for a great ending, especially with Lukosius knocking down big shots like that. But Baylor's not going anywhere because the response, Jeremy Roach, a veteran, throwing it to the corner and shake nut for 3.
So we doing this?
If we do, there goes moving to Paris.
We were never moving to Paris. We got this.
Let's buy a house.
Order a croissant. You'll feel French.
Un croissant, s'il vous plaît.
With the new Ultimate Hut Bundle, create your ultimate Pizza Hut feast. I got meat lovers and double pepperoni.
Bronk, we got double pep.
I get double pep.
Dude, Bundle Bros!
Bundle Bros!
Bundle Bros!
Build yours starting at $24.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Let's just get a closer look.
Nina, wait!
5 immersive worlds. One amazing theme park. Our universe will never be the same.
Oh, you gotta see this.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
When you want bedtime to be a good time,
Good night, sweetheart.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
Item 4, here we come!
Chuck, I hope you're earning double miles on gas with the Capital One Venture Card.
Breaker, one Nana. It's Chuck a Truck and a sweet 16-wheeler back on the road again.
On the road again.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
That Willie?
The life I love is watching b-ball with my friends.
And I
Can't wait to get on the road again.
On the road again.
Can't wait to get on the road
again. Life I love is watching b-ball with my friends.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
You just can't beat a post-game burger at McDonald's, right? And you can't beat the Angel Reese special. All right, let's break it down. It's a quarter pounder with my favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's. What are you waiting for?
It's high noon, and the winter's clear. 7 out of 10 cats prefer Blue Tastefuls chicken to Heinz chicken. And with Tastefuls' delicious natural ingredients, it's easy to see why. Blue Tastefuls, a taste cats love made with natural ingredients.
Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Let's go. I said go! Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Back at Fifth Third Arena, where Baylor trailed by as many as 13. They have cut it to 2, thanks to outscoring Cincinnati 38-27 in the second half. And the Bears have shot 62% from the floor in this frame, including 54% from downtown. Simply put, their offense looks totally different than they did in the first half.
They're doing a good job of being able to get to the paint, put pressure on your defense, and when you do that, you force the opposite side to help, and they're knocking it down and being able to locate shooters in rhythm.
The other thing, they've taken care of the ball. They had 9 turnovers in the first half.
You're like heaven to me. You're the flower.
Stick toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth, lifting them away. For whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than a shower with soap alone. Rather than covering up BO with heavy fragrance, Mando's unique formula stops odor before it starts. That's my secret to better odor control everywhere. Mando's unlike anything you've ever tried before. Get over 30% off at shopmando.com.
I got this wow skin from a body wash. It's new. It's Olay Super Serum Body Wash. Sinks into my skin with 5 powerful ingredients. It hydrates, firms, smooths, brightens, and evens. That's 5 skincare benefits in one for visibly improved skin in 14 days. Look at this Olay difference. So luminous. It's new Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Welcome to Super Tuesday, presented by Progressive Insurance, and welcome to Mizzou Arena. It's the penultimate home game for the black and gold of the 14th ranked Tigers. They welcome South Carolina to Columbia. Welcome inside. Glad that you are with us this evening. That's the Missouri Hall of Famer, 10-year NBA pro John Sundvall, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So, Missouri has had a fantastic season. They're 20-7. South Carolina just got their first SEC win on Saturday. More on that in a few minutes. But unique matchup tonight, Sonny, because we've got 2 of the better big men in this league. Colin Murray-Boyles and Mark Mitchell, they've been very productive. They go head-to-head today.
Yeah, 2 guys that will probably match up against each other, and both left-handed and play the game around the rim quite well. Colin Murray-Boyles, a guy that can put it on the floor. Yes, he loves his left hand, but take a look how many times he puts it on the floor right. Then he gets back to that right shoulder for the left hand. He puts a lot of pressure on defenses. He shoots it decently enough. You better go out and guard it. Physical, tough. He has to play well for South Carolina to win. On the other side, Mark Mitchell has been spectacular as of late. Last 5 ball games, nearly 20 points a game. Special game against Alabama. Even better against Oklahoma. When he plays in this building, he's been a tough matchup for any opponent.
You nailed it. He had 31 in that statement victory against Alabama last week. He has been on a rampage. Look at that on the right side. You see his numbers over the last 4. Colin Murray-Boyles, sophomore. He has been the centerpiece for a South Carolina team that had been so close on so many occasions against some of the strongest teams in the SEC. And so after the 0-13 league start, they knock out Texas on Saturday, scored 84 points against the Longhorns, and played quality defense.
They dominated the Longhorns, and they shot it well, and the great start by Colin Murray Boyles got them up in the first half. Really took care of business. The entire second half only got within 11 points at one time.
Speaking of taking care of business, that's what Missouri has done in this building. Sonny, this has been inarguably one of the better home court advantages in college basketball this year. 17 home wins, that's the most in the nation.
Well, one of the keys for South Carolina, you cannot turn it over against this Missouri team in this building. Missouri gets off to hot starts, and they must shoot the ball well.
They just do it time after time in this arena. So late shot clock offense for South Carolina. Extra pass up top to Jamari Thomas. That three is offline, and a new 20.
We know this about South Carolina. They have the physicality inside that can rebound and maybe cause Missouri some problems.
And so that is an early first foul on Colin Murray Boyles there. I thought they might have whistled that one as a tie-up. Instead, it's a foul on the sophomore from Columbia. So Missouri, first time down the floor this side. They average about 84 points per game. That's top 20 in the nation. Their leading scorer, as you mentioned, Mark Mitchell, going for about 14 a game. But it's a bevy of veterans that get it done for the Tigers. Mitchell, Tamar Bates, Caleb Grill, they're all scoring double figures in league play.
And one of the consistent marks of South Carolina has been on the defensive end. No, they've not won any games, but they have been really good.
So, yeah, that is an impressive start if you're South Carolina, picking up right where you left off on Saturday.
And remember, Missouri in this building, hot starts. They blew out Kansas, hot start. We had them against Alabama, a hot start, 12-0. Ole Miss, 14 quick points. I mean, every ball game in this building, they get this crowd going in a fever pitch early.
You know, even getting that first stop on that end, that's something new around here. There's Lamont Paris is starting five. In addition to Murray Boyles, their starting point guard offensive initiator, Jamari Thomas, he's gone for more than 15 a game his last 8 since returning from the injury. And he'll stay here with 11 on the timer.
Well, right now the key, the ball movement has been good for South Carolina, but Missouri, quick to recover defensively, not many open looks so far.
How are both of these coaches and teams going to defend the big men today?
Well, we'll see. I think they leave them alone, meaning one-on-one. If they get in trouble and get some early baskets, they may double team.
So after Bates knocked that one away, South Carolina will re-trigger. There's Lamont Paris, reigning SEC Coach of the Year. He's the very analytical, thoughtful, very winning head coach. Wow, that is a statement throwdown from Murray Boyles there. And the sophomore with a monster flush.
Colin Murray Boyles is a physical guy. Likes to pound. Sometimes they worry about his energy not being high enough, but when he goes, man, he sets up.
So he got up there, didn't he? That first one, little turnaround for Tony Perkins, and the veteran catches it.
The size advantage for Tony Perkins. So he's not that tall, but he's 6'4", matched up against Jamari Thomas at only 5'11".
Thomas passes up the three, lost the handle. Bates might have knocked it free. Lead feed back to Bates and throw down. So that'll ignite the place.
Active hands.
Overs against Texas. As you said, you got to be on guard against this very aggressive Missouri defense.
And that's the way they can win here. They cannot turn it over and get high-quality shots. This guy can deliver shots for you.
That's a high-quality one. Little late whistle. I think it might be the right whistle, and Murray Boyles will be at the line.
Well, the power of Colin Murray Boyles, yes, he's a finesse guy too, but powerful inside. When he gets it, loves to finish, and that's with authority. On the other end, if you turn it over, it's a track meet. It's a dead sprint, 100-yard dash to the other end. Tamar Bates, who has had a spectacular senior season, off to a good start.
I counted all the passes. There weren't any. That is a quick transition opportunity. Murray Boyles about 67% at the line. It has been a productive season for the skilled big man. Dennis Gates, 44-year-old from Chicago, led Missouri to the NCAA tournament in his first season 2 years ago. And Sonny, right now, they are very much in position to not just make the NCAA tournament. They're projected as a 5 seed right now, coming down the home stretch. They want to continue to bolster their resume.
Well, think of their wins. Not only did they beat #1 Kansas at the time, good move by Mitchell. But they went to Florida and really dominated the Gators, who are right now a number 1 or 2 seed, and they also beat Alabama in this building, a projected number 1 seed. Missouri's got high hopes when March happens.
Thomas connects from downtown.
A big addition to South Carolina, Jamar Thomas, the transfer from Norfolk State, can catch it and shoot it.
Yeah, very steady, valuable point guard. Oh, that one was knocked free. South Carolina on the move. Murray Boyles up ahead to right. Little ball fake. That one was knocked free. And now Missouri tries to push. There's Trent Pierce. Bounce pass to the corner.
How quickly they get to Bates. 40% three-point shoot.
Very effective from distance. Veteran now is barging into Thomas' sternum. He draws the foul. And so Bates is going to the line where he is pretty much automatic.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative and being a creator. Between a homemade recipe and a household name. Between a daydream.
How can he be this effective? Look at the bottom statistic right.
Incredible numbers.
He is chasing that 50, 40, 90 club. Look, if the season ended right now, he'd be the only Missouri Tiger to ever make that club. That's brilliant number. Lights out from distance of late. Decided to pass up on a contested 3. Earns the trip to the free throw line. Makes them. Missouri by 1. Early goings. Backdoor cut. That pass was too far for Zach Davis. Give it right back. And a scramble. Morris Ugasu in the corner. Davis, he can stretch it. And the junior misfires. Caleb Brill just checked in, number 31 in the white. And blocking foul that time on Davis. That'll take us to our first timeout. So a very competitive start. Missouri by 1 in Columbia.
These are my teeth. A few overlap.
Others are straight, crooked, and capped.
Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch.
No matter what kind of teeth, you gotta brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, gets in between, going where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better clean. These are my teeth, the key to my look.
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
I used to struggle with dandruff and scalp issues, but then I started using Head & Shoulders every wash because the active ingredient in Head & Shoulders fights off the microbes that cause dandruff. Microbes are on everyone's scalp and can cause irritation, but when you use Head & Shoulders every wash,
Keeps these rascals at bay. It helps prevent dandruff before it starts.
Where do you think you're going?
see, no flakes down here.
Hair looks great.
Had a little help.
Make every wash count.
Old Spice Swagger's long-lasting freshness makes me smell good, so Coach thinks I'm slacking.
If you're working hard, how do you smell so fresh?
So I trained, constantly, took my Old Spice Swagger, and got a drill named after me. The deodorized dribble. Broke a record. Broke my leg. Broke my record with a broken leg. Until Coach said,
I underestimated you, son.
sometimes a man must overcompensate for his freshness.
Oh, pizza! We're trapped by dishes!
Don't worry, they've got new Dawn Power Suds. It'll power through this whole pile with ease.
Yeah, it's the dish soap with 2 times more powerful suds.
Lucky ducks.
Dawn's first suds that trap, lock, and remove 99% of grease.
So it doesn't get passed from dish to dish.
Ooh, clean and stacked.
Like ducks in a row.
Good one.
New Dawn Power Suds, the better grease getter.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Whether you're traveling or out for a big meal, Pepto provides fast relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Unlike some products, Pepto actively coats and neutralizes irritation to soothe your upper and lower digestive systems. For fast and effective relief from digestive upsets, stock up on Pepto today. Brand power helping you buy better.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And in part, by McDonald's. South Carolina with the convincing, emphatic win against Texas on Saturday. Sunday, they built that double-digit lead early. They were up by as many as 22 and picked up their first SEC win after so many close, arduous defeats. You saw they almost knocked off Auburn when they were number 2 in the nation early in conference play. The close one against Vandy, and then Florida, game in which they led by double digits in the second half of that one. Difficult overtime loss to Mississippi State. We're showing you all of these games against quality SEC opponents, Sonny, where South Carolina was right there. Just haven't been able to close most of these out.
So now you win again, right? You win again. So you're off the snide, so to speak. You come on the road to a nationally ranked team, a Missouri team that is absolutely outstanding in this building. But South Carolina, as they would say, playing with free money. They should be loose. They should be confident. Again, all those close battles are tough when you lose them, but when you finally win, they should be winning. What a great pass by Pierce.
To Mitchell, count it, and the foul.
What an absolute dime by Trent Pierce. Trusting his teammate making the cut, leading him with the pass. Defender can't see the basketball. Pringle can see it at all. Great finish.
You know, Trent Pierce last week in that giant victory against Alabama, 5 assists, 6 boards. He did so many good things without having to dominate shots, and so he gets his big man involved early, and the junior, Mark Mitchell, very nimble around the basket.
And Missouri off to a perfect start, 4 of 4 from the field, all 3 free throws made. Boy, smart play by Thomas. Whistle blew, he's going to pass it, put it up to the rim, should go to the free throw line.
Thomas, who made 12 free throws in that victory against Texas, that's a season, a career high for Thomas.
Yeah, they did call him passing the basketball. I thought he made a smart play to get the shot to the rim.
So Mitchell guards the inbounder. Here's George Butler against his old club. Spent his freshman season here a year ago. Could not hit the 3.
And Butler could face up and make some threes out deep.
Perkins, way off that time. He was open.
You don't see that very often by really any of the Missouri shooters. Wide left.
So South Carolina, as you mentioned, playing with some gusto, some mojo after its first SEC win the other day. Remember, they swept Missouri last year in 2 meetings, but everybody did that a season ago.
The ball has not switched sides of the court. Missouri has kept it on his right side.
And so now the shot clock is draining. Quick paint touch. This is Murray Boyles. Goes up, and Murray Boyles somehow is able to compose himself to score it. Missouri quickly the other way. Caleb Grill, first look, trades it for 3.
But Lukasuk was on him. We know what Grill can do, catch and release. Moves well without the ball, gets that inside foot. And goes up quickly. Lukasuk was on the backside, too late.
And so here's their forte, isn't it? The steal in transition. Perkins couldn't spin it through. And so Perkins plays it back out. Grill refires. Yeah! Timeout, South Carolina.
When Caleb Grill comes in the lineup, you talk about great shooting. I'm going to talk about loud shooting, because when he starts making it, it gets loud no matter what building he's in. Catch it, release, his first 2 in. Missouri on a roll early.
Bye, honey.
Morning breath, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Oof.
Reality checkup.
Morning breath can be a sign of underlying health issues.
Crest Pro Health mouthwash protects your mouth overnight, every night, by killing millions of bacteria and preventing oral health issues like plaque and bad breath before they start.
Without the burn.
Oh! I'm so much pressure!
Crest.
It's instant offense. John, Caleb Grill comes off the bench. It's back-to-back threes, his first 2 shots. And so all of a sudden it's an 8-2 Missouri run. They've got the early 8-point advantage.
And he's the #1 guy that they talk about on a scouting report from a defensive standpoint. And the reason is, again, the shots that he hits I call it loud because there's so much emotion in it. And for his teammates to thrive off it, and they look for it. 12 beyond the three-point line. South Carolina has to match up quickly and see if they can get to it, make him put it on the floor.
Sometimes timing is everything. He certainly has a knack for riling up this crowd in this building. Ben Bozeman's Verdon, the 5-man out onto the floor. Secures the offensive board. Davis puts it back in.
Davis against his old teammate, Josh Gray. Last year was in South Carolina uniform.
Yeah, Gray, number 33 in the white, didn't play Saturday at Arkansas dealing with the illness, but you're right, spent the last 3 years with South Carolina. So the Gamecocks almost took that one away. It looked like Butler had it, and then Bates somehow recovered. Butler's got to deal with Gray now. Gray got smothered. Mitchell, what's he going to do? Kick it back out to Grill.
And Grill wants to shoot it. Great defense by Augusto.
Backdoor cut, that's pretty.
Active movement, even a better pass.
Something to be said about that, moving without the basketball, relocating. So he now has 8. The marksman from Wichita. Missouri not giving many of these Gamecocks very much room to operate. Grill takes it away. Over to Perkins, lob it up. Grill finishes. 10 straight for Caleb Grill off the bench. South Carolina must now respond. Jacoby
Rowe come off. High screen, he might shoot it again.
31 in the white. How about Missouri? 8 of 12, pardon me, shooting from the floor. And who was that last touch by? Stays here with Missouri. Oh my goodness. Sonny, he hits his first 4 shots off the bench. He's got 10. And look at the sweet pass. A little how you like me now from the Tigers right out of the gates. And then defense into offense. It's clicking right now.
Yellow. Didn't pass the tissue test?
Dr. Garcia?
Buckle up.
Whoa! Crest Reality Checkup!
There's toothpaste white, and then there's Crest 3D White Strips white. Oh, 1 sec.
Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface to whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. And use Crest 3D White toothpaste to maintain your smile. Crest.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
The problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent.
Really?
Really. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods are packed with more soaking, scrubbing, and rinsing action. Plus, the grease-fighting power of Dawn, easily removing up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods.
That's impressive.
And it works so well, it even keeps your filter clean. Cascade, the #1 recommended brand. Just scrape, load, and you're done.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker to the wash. It keeps all clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today. And on my way to work. And through security.
Looks like she uses Unstoppables too.
You smell so good, I'm actually paying attention. Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable. Yellow. Didn't pass the tissue test?
Dr. Garcia?
Buckle up.
Whoa! Crest Reality Checkup!
There's toothpaste white, and then there's Crest 3D White Strips white. Oh, 1 sec.
Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface to whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. And use Crest 3D White toothpaste to maintain your smile. Crest.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker to the wash. It keeps all clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today. And on my way to work. And through security.
Looks like she uses Unstoppables too.
You smell so good, I'm actually paying attention. Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable.
This
is just spectacular.
There's nothing stopping them right now.
The celebration is on.
March Madness begins March 19th.
Let's flash it back 1 week ago to an epic night inside Mizzou Arena. Last Wednesday, 4th-ranked Alabama rolls into town. So does the All-American Mark Sears. Went for 35 in this wildly competitive, up-tempo, fast-paced, great shot-making game where Missouri scores 110 points, an SEC record, or a record in an SEC game, and ultimately wins 110-98. You have covered this program for a long time. It feels like that is going to be a very special night around these parts for a long time. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, one of the best basketball games I've covered. Like, just by the quality of play by both teams offensively, neither team could get a defensive stop when they wanted to. 110-98. You and I sat here and just shook our head and laughed and smiled and said, what a great scene.
Yep.
Keep it going. Fun night.
So that was Missouri's 3rd win against an AP top 5 ranked program. They'd only done that one other time in program history, so it ties a record. We'll see if they have the opportunity to get another with the postseason around the corner. Caleb Grill dialed in. That's a
6'10" right there. Made Grill adjust his shot. But if you're watching the TV, keep an eye on Grill on the offensive end of how well he moves without the ball and how he tries to get open. Tough challenge staying with it.
Josh Gray gets tangled up underneath. He goes down. You got the smaller Jamari Thomas on him. Cruz knocks down the wing 3.
Jacob Cruz walks in being extremely confident. Last 4 ball games, 7 of 12 beyond the 3-point line.
The redshirt senior from Hilliard, Florida, first season with the program. Boy, has the trust in him only grown as this year has played out. Gives Missouri a quality 15 minutes a game. Davis from the short corner, and Grill comes down with the board. Oh, Cruz open. Another? Yes! Back to back! South Carolina's got to use a second timeout in the first 10 minutes. They are locked in again in this building.
How would you like to have this crew come off the bench? Grill comes in, hits his first bunch. Jacob Crew now hits his first 2.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Dayquil VapoCool?
It's Dayquil plus a brush of Vicks Vapors.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, power through your day medicine.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
NyQuil VapoCool?
It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks Vapors.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, best sleep with a cold medicine.
There's our Sonic Blockbuster on Saturday, ABC, 1 Eastern, top 20 battle. It is Auburn, who has been the #1 ranked team in America for a month and a half now in Lexington, to face a injury-riddled Kentucky team. Will they have Jackson Robinson and Lamont Butler? We shall see. Auburn having this thriving season. It'll continue.
As strong as the league is, and Auburn is going through this league at an unbelievable pace. Fun to watch.
13-1 record for Auburn, and all they have to do is win 2 of their remaining 4, and they would, at a minimum, share the SEC crown. They win 3, they'll win it outright. So we told you about this big man battle. Colin Murray Boyles for South Carolina. He's got 6. Mark Mitchell has got a couple of baskets, but it is the 3-point shooting for Missouri. Surprise, surprise, has been critical. Oh, the alley-oop to Grill! They're running. They are pouring it on right now. It's a 23-6 Missouri run, and they'll have a chance to build on it after consecutive turnovers.
Totally domination by the Missouri defense. And again, when the turnover happens, it is an absolute sprint to the other end. The athletic ability by Grill. He was a high jumper in high school. Terrific pass right on the money.
Yeah, does it not seem like his three-point shooting overshadows a lot of other things that he does well?
Well, especially this season because the numbers are so high and because of his ability to catch and release it. But yeah, he's an all-around athlete. Great high school athlete, like I mentioned, state high school champion in high jump.
Missouri is just one step ahead right now in all facets. The turnovers are starting to become a problem for South Carolina, giving it away 6 times. Right hand hit, Murray. Boyles the stick back.
South Carolina has to become more aggressive in attacking their guy guarding them, the defender. Arkansas attacked Missouri one-on-one, beat that defender, and then made the backside defense play for Missouri.
Well, they can look right here, right? Anthony Robinson. That would be the example, though.
Mizzou loves to initiate contact on the offensive end.
South Carolina is 40% from the floor. That's okay. Their opponent's shooting at a much higher rate, though, and SC has given it away too many times. Right can't hit the leaner. Anthony Robinson has his eyes up. Grill, a couple of right-hand dribbles. Cut off that time by Arden Conyers.
And every ball handler from Mizzou, when they put it on the floor, they attack the body of the defender.
Should stay here. 8:33 to go in the first. Missouri just went on a 23-6 run to crack this wide open in the early goings.
Great minutes by Josh Gray. Again, a solid defender. You take a look at these numbers. Wow, it's amazing.
That says it all. He hit his first 4. 2 of them were threes. You know, and then it's the flip side of his game is, as you mentioned, the deflections leads to a turnover and the immediate runouts. This Missouri team, it is relentless in that regard.
So now they've got Warwick that comes in for Grill. Warwick, big-time scorer, one of the top active scorers in college basketball.
Nowhere to hide. He's a three-point shooter himself with 2 to shoot. Pierce could not hit the fall away, and Jacoby Wright takes it away from Cruz. So if you're South Carolina, it needs some answers.
And again, 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time in the first half. Whittle this thing down. Got to find a confidence level on the offensive end. Missouri's defense right now is the dominating point.
Right, aggressive drive, ball fake, goes up, that's good.
Kind of did his own contact, right? Offensively took it to the defender, finished the play.
So you have got to be physical in this battle today. Should stay here with 7:37 to go. Missouri has thrived in this building this season. Today, no exception in the early goings.
Looks like it's prime time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Reality checkup! That grimy film on your teeth, it's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities in months. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crest Pro Health mouthwash. Crest.
I was kind of playing a guessing game when it came to my health.
Now with Whoop, I know how my body works. I could conquer any day.
I know when to go hard, and I know when to take it easy.
I've found my sense of recovery, both physically and mentally.
Whoop has given me the deepest understanding of the quality of sleep that I'm getting.
This year, find your focus. Join Whoop.
What was that? Am I the only one who doesn't get it?
Hey, get a grip. You got this.
This is weird.
Yeah, college is weird and stressful and exciting.
I meant you.
Ooh,
Dive into delicious with a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends February 28th.
Okay, so what? You have the answers?
Do you just want the answers? Or do you want to learn?
All right, let's get weird.
Get a grip on college with Chegg.
Hey, brushing besties. Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works. Dr. Torres?
Reality to come.
Guys, you need to try Crest 3GY Deep Stain Remover.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth, lifting them away. For whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
The problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent.
Really?
Really. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods are packed with more soaking, scrubbing, and rinsing action. Plus, the grease-fighting power of Dawn, easily removing up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods.
That's impressive.
And it works so well, it even keeps your filter clean. Cascade, the #1 recommended brand. Just scrape, load, and you're done.
And you can replicate pretty much every exercise that you can do at home with your weights or in the gym with machines.
Get 10% off with code TRX10. Visit TRXTrading.com today.
ESPN NBA Wednesday doubleheader tomorrow. It features Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers taking on Jalen Brunson and the Knicks inside the Garden. And then the nightcap in Houston at 9:30, Spurs Rockets. It has been the resurgent Rockets this season, led by Jalen Green, going for 30 a game this year. Rockets playoff team, and De'Aaron Fox. Some nice numbers in the new uniform this year.
Well, bad news for my Spurs. Big win is going to be out for a while.
Shut down for the remainder of the season, evidently. Spurs were pushing for play-in contention, if you will, lately. So we shall see what happens with Wemby out for the season. There's the Billy Donovan-led Bulls, by the way.
I don't think the Bulls could shut down this Missouri Tiger team at this point tonight. My goodness.
I was waiting for you. One of us was going to have to go there. Missouri, 60% from the floor, 4 out of 7 from distance. They have been overwhelming on both ends of the floor. They forced a handful of South Carolina turnovers. And you spotlighted it, using their physicality to their advantage. Pierce, that's a difficult one with the shot clock draining.
A wide variety of guys that can make shots for Missouri.
7 different Tigers have scored in the first 13 minutes. And so that is nothing new. Drive and kick. This is Zach Davis. He responds for 3.
And nice for Zach Davis to hit a shot again. They've got to match up their ability to make shots and then now find a way to get a stop or 2.
Marquez Warwick offline on the 3. And there is a whistle. So it's a nice start for Missouri with the commish in the house, by the way. We saw Greg Sankey walk behind us.
I didn't see him. I'm working.
You trying to say something over here?
Hey. You're watching the whole scene. I like that. You're watching the whole scene.
I'm lounging already. I'm mailing it in. That's a foul. 6:29 to go here in the first.
And as I look, he's with President Moo Choi of the university system.
Boy, what a fine season it has been for Missouri, this fan base. They have been treated to some brilliant games in this arena, this venue, which is unequivocally one of the better home court advantages in college basketball this season. Davis, watch that one go in and out. That is a strong offensive board for Murray Boyles. Stick back. Lead feed to Grill. Grill drive and kick. This is Bates. Got his feet set and hits the 3.
All right, Parker. You score on one end, and your opponent gets it down in about 3.5 seconds and makes a 3-pointer.
I was going to say, what's that, 4 seconds? And you're taking it out of the basket, too, there in that sequence.
Lamont Paris is just shaking his head.
South Carolina must be aware of the strengths of its opponent today. Davis went to dribble that off his sneaker. Conyers drops it inside, ball on the floor, 4 seconds here. Thomas got a hoist, Thomas gets fouled. And so Jamari Thomas, with a fortuitous whistle there, is going to the line for 3.
What a possession. Zachary Davis dribbled off his foot, picked it up. Colin Murray-Boyles dribbled it off his foot. They picked it up, and now here's Bates trying to get in the play defensively. A smart play by Jamari Thomas. He kind of jumped a little bit forward as Bates was crossing his path, picked up the contact.
So South Carolina, you see there, bottom left, it does get to the free throw line quite often. None more so than Thomas, who's top 10 in the league in free throws made. And he was 12 out of 13 at the stripe against Texas. That's a career high. So he's got to convert, though, with his team down by now 14, 5:43 to go in the first. Yeah, these are the free throw rates. Our good friend Ken Palm here calculates how often each team gets to the free throw line. That's relative to the number of shots they take. And so both of these teams, in terms of how often they get to the line, top 10 in the nation.
It talks about their aggressiveness on the offensive end and getting into defenders. Back to who initiates contact. And both of these coaches coach that way, that their teams are aggressive and get to that free throw line.
So stop me if you've heard me say this before. What a start for Missouri. Again, they've got the double-digit advantage, 6 out of 10 from distance. They continue to shoot the 3 at a high rate. Mitchell, just get out of his way. Now Murray-Boyles is saying, what's he saying? He did like a Reggie Miller move or something like that? But South Carolina down 15.
And maybe the smart thing he was telling his coach versus telling the official, but it gets to the official in a certain way.
It has been a double-digit advantage for Missouri since it went on that 23-6 run. Thomas was
the shooter at that next shot.
It's too easy right now for Missouri.
Yeah, South Carolina not only not getting back, but if they get back, they're losing where the ball is and losing where the men are. Missouri simply picking them apart.
That's a 47-foot assist there from Mitchell to Perkins. Now Murray-Boyles, he is working his tail off underneath. But they are trading baskets right now.
Kevin, keep an eye on when Colin Murray-Boyles is around the rim, how many bodies are not around the rim. He's physical, and he gets players away from him.
Very skilled big man who's got the, no doubt, NBA upside. A lot of front offices at the next level interested in number 30. Mitchell going back to work. Mark Mitchell saying, take a look over here as well.
What Mitchell does, besides his aggressiveness, is how patient he is when he has the basketball and plays off 2 feet in the lane. A lot of ball fakes, and he hesitates and waits till he can explode and make that play.
So he has 9 on 4 of 5 shooting. Murray-Boyles with 12, so the big man living up to the hype. And Gray with the board.
And Missouri will have numbers now if they push it.
Wow, South Carolina lagging here. Jacob Cruz, fall away, bit strong. Who wants it? Ball still free. Conyers had taken away. And then a foul. It's on Josh Gray. You see the disgust. He hangs his head. That's the first foul in the 5th-year senior. All has gone well, though, for Gray against his former team.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crush the whole series. Yes!
Oh, that was really good.
Oreo, stay playful.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed, America's #1 lotion tissue.
Hollow socks are specifically designed to keep your feet happy all year round, no matter the weather.
Hollow socks alpaca fibers are moisture wicking, so sweat is carried away and my feet stay drier longer. We solve socks. Go to hollowsocks.com to upgrade your sock game today.
Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. What we choose to know, we know completely. We are professional grade.
Simply put, successful season for Missouri again. 20 wins now, and so Sonny, there they are at 9-5 in league play. A win today, and they are at the moment would slide up into the top 4 of the SEC. And why is that important? Top 4 get the double bye in the SEC tournament in a couple of weeks.
And in this league, it'd be nice to rest for a couple days. And trying to win the SEC tournament, we've said it before, it won't be harder than to win the NCAA tournament, but you might play higher-ranked teams in the SEC tournament than you face in the NCAA run.
By the way, you see a 4th loss there for Florida. That one just went final. Georgia takes down the Gators in Athens. You know, we were talking about that, last week? They play better, Georgia does at home. And they take out Florida today, scored 88 against the Gators.
I like the Georgia team, and maybe they're a year away, but they're young, energetic. They've got good players. And I think the more time they spend together, this is the backcourt second year together, sprinkling a few guys on the transfer portal, and that's why they could win and they played well.
Meanwhile, in Como, the time is now, it feels like. This veteran, mature, deep, connected rotation and roster. Murray Boyle's going to the line, count that basket, so another strong move for the sophomore. He has got 14.
And let's emphasize Colin Murray Boyle's ability to, A, take care of any physical bodies in his way, and B, have the finesse around the rim to finish the play. Special player, special talent.
Double-double, a 20-point double-double, and the win Saturday against Texas. And so Lamont Butler, almost tongue-in-cheek goes, that's the sort of takeover we want from Colin Murray Boyles, and we're seeing that early on. He's 6 of 6 from the floor.
He now has to have help from his teammates. They've got to find ways to get defensive stops. Missouri running what they want to run, getting shots they want to shoot.
63% from the floor on this end for the Tigers. That is lights out. Robinson, crossover, puts up the 3, and he gets fouled. Robinson has 3 at the line. It's second on Davis.
And again, frustrating for a coaching staff. You don't mind if a guy takes a step back 3. Robinson's a good shooter, not a great shooter.
And Lamont Paris, certainly you would expect, not terribly pleased with the start. This team has been down double digits for much of this first half. So our ESPN Thursday primetime women's hoops doubleheader starts at 7 Eastern. UNC, Duke, top 20 battle. The rivalry gets things started. And then South Carolina is in Oxford to face Ole Miss. Coverage gets started at 7 on ESPN, the app, anywhere. It'll be a good one on Thursday.
How about the year Anthony Robinson has had for Dennis Gates? Now in his sophomore season. nearly 10 points a game, leads the team in assists over 3, steals over 2. Consistent game in, game out, and really sets the tone for Missouri on the defensive end because he's a terrific on-ball defender.
He is top 25 in the nation in steals. His growth and maturity, the biggest reasons why he has taken that big step forward. Murray Boyles spins by him. So
Tony Perkins out top. And you get a feeling that none of the Missouri guys want to get in his way. Physical, strong, tough.
That's what we call a business decision, I suppose. So he averages 16 a game. He's got 17 on 7 of 7 shooting in the first. Mitchell can't respond. So these two big guys have come to play. Now, even despite everything Murray Boyles has done, he left his feet, thought that Ugasuk was going to flare, and so that's travel.
Watch the spin move. It's Anthony Robinson, one of the best defenders. And then nobody, again, nobody wants to get in the way of that movement. As you said, pretty good business decision.
Well, Lamont Paris, remember, he joked earlier. He goes, look, there are guys that are strong. Okay, they can push some weight around in the weight room. But Murray Boyles is just powerful when he's around the rim. What does he mean by that?
Well, it's not about moving the weight, right? It's just the way he uses his body. Like this guy uses body. Grill normally makes that shot.
That's his first. No, that's the second miss from distance. He's 2 out of 4 from deep.
But when you watch right now, Colin Murray Boyles is kind of riled up. Get him the basketball in positions where he can score.
That position for a moment. He's on the block. He's got the smaller, leaner Cruz on him, right? He can hit this. That's a straight-on 3. Just everything but go down. And now numbers.
And those are the shots you have to make because Colin Murray Boyles is now being double-teamed.
Missouri by 15. It has led by as many as 17. It's a blocking foul on South Carolina. In a very impressive first half for the Tigers in their building.
Aggressive attack. Put it on the floor. Mark Mitchell, one of the better in the SEC, drawing contact.
Robinson's going to have to get rid of it. Finds Grill, quick trigger. Yes. Boy, that is hard to defend.
Yeah, tough to stop. He's got great size. 6'3". Moves well without the basketball. Can go in a dead sprint. Plant that inside foot. Go straight up. Make shots. Look at all eyes on Colin Murray Boyles. Almost double, triple team guys are waiting for him to go.
Thomas backdoor cut goes up. He's looking for contact and draws the foul. Jamari Thomas back at the line. That's the first personal on Tony Perkins. That says it all. A perfect start from the floor for Colin Murray Boyles. And you said it before. He's got a little edge to him tonight. Locked in, but the complementary scoring is not quite there like it was Saturday against Texas for the game.
Yeah, the tough part about it, when he becomes aggressive in an attacking mode, and the last time down Missouri doubled it, and when he kicks it, his teammates have to make shots. When they're open, they've got to deliver. This is a team that struggles. South Carolina, home and away, is way different. 11 points less field goal percentage.
It's a stark difference there. Oh, Cruz was active on the baseline, tapped it in. Jacob Cruz with 8, averages 5 a game, so that's some nice contributions there from your bench players in the first. Jamari Thomas draws the foul again. We were telling you, he's very clever around the rim.
And two of the point guards going at each other. Robinson on one end, attack Thomas. Thomas comes back and attacks Anthony Robinson. Gets contact, makes the bucket.
You know, remember, Thomas last year, MEAC Player of the Year at Norfolk State, scored almost 20 a game, so very accomplished at the lower level. Hits the portal, Greensboro, North Carolina native. joins this Gamecocks team. Lamont Paris looking for someone to replace Talon Cooper. He has been steady.
He had the injury early and missed 4 SEC games. And in his 10 SEC games that he's played, 8 times in double figures. More of a scoring type point guard than necessarily a penetrating kick type point guard.
So he has 9, Sonny, in the first half. 4 out of 6 from the line. So he has a knack for getting there. Missouri was 50 points again in the first half. Look out, here's Mitchell. 52 now, 6 seconds on the clock. Thomas eyes up, checks the timer with 2, puts it up, that rolls through. And that could be maybe a very important one for South Carolina, depending on how this second half goes. That said, it is a 15-point lead for the Tigers. Double-digit advantage for much of that period. And the grill factor, he's got 10 or more here, and Missouri 10-0 when he scores 10 plus in a game. So, halftime report will get going after this in Columbia.
Old Spice Swagger's long-lasting freshness makes me smell good, so Coach thinks I'm slacking.
If you're working hard, how do you smell so fresh?
So I trained, constantly, took my Old Spice Swagger, and got a drill named after me. The deodorized dribble. Broke a record, broke my leg, broke my record with a broken leg. Until Coach said,
I underestimated you, son.
Sometimes a man must overcompensate for his freshness.
Bye, honey.
Morning breath, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Oof.
Morning breath can be a sign of underlying health issues. Crest Pro Health mouthwash protects your mouth overnight, every night, by killing millions of bacteria and preventing oral health issues like plaque and bad breath before they start.
Without the burn.
I'm so much fresher!
Crest.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I can get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and the pad's hundreds of strips scrub away sticky messes even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Whether you're traveling or out for a big meal, Pepto provides fast relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Unlike some products, Pepto actively coats and neutralizes irritation to soothe your upper and lower digestive systems. For fast and effective relief from digestive upsets, stock up on Pepto today. Brand power helping you buy better.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker to the wash, and it keeps all clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today. And on my way to work. And through security.
Looks like she uses Unstoppables too.
You smell so good, I'm actually paying attention.
Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable.
For the one, this.
Woo! I swear I've been patient. Never complacent, headed for greatness.
We've got great online reviews and trained experts. Liberty Tax, your trusted tax experts for life.
You are cordially invited to join us inside the ESPN College Basketball Studios with Sean Farnham, Coach Seth Greenberg, Kevin Connors here. 4 months in, the regular season is nearing its conclusion. And there are so many worthy Coach of the Year candidates, from Dennis Gates at Missouri to Richard Pitino at New Mexico. We want to go conference by conference among the big conferences. And let's start in a league Coach won 2 Coach of the Year awards, the ACC. Sean, who do you think is most worthy?
To me, it starts with Pat Kelsey. And part of that is because of what he inherited in this overall state of the program. What was the energy level like at Louisville prior to the start of this year versus where this program is at now? What is the belief of the direction in which this program is going? He talks about the power of the unit. The power of the unit has equaled success out on the court. 21-6 on the season. The program only had 8 wins last year. He's been unbelievable, and they did it without Kayshawn Pryor, who went down.
And it's hard to argue with Pat Kelsey, but John Sharp, what he's done, the pressure of coaching at Duke, taking this freshman class and melding them together with those experienced players. His roster construction has been second to none. The development of Isaiah Evans in terms of going from a guy that was little used to part of his 8-man rotation. And then the trust that this team has developed. Everyone plays to the strengths. On the other hand, so does Louisville. And that's the magic of Pat Kelsey. Each and every guy does what they do well. They stay and champion their own roles. Both of these coaches have done magnificent jobs.
Two very worthy candidates there in the ACC, and there are more than 2 worthy candidates in the Big 12. Coach, you're starting in Lubbock, Texas with your Coach of the Year.
Yeah, Grant McCasland. They weren't in the top preseason, top 25. All Grant McCasland did was get the right guys from the portal and then get those guys to buy into each other, buy into defending, buy into sharing the basketball, buying into playing to space, and then going into the toughest place in the Big 12 right now, Houston, and getting a win.
Yeah.
Grant McCasland, I talk about, do you maximize your team or exceed your team's expectation? They exceeded their team's expectation.
Yeah, I agree with you, Coach, on Grant. He's been unbelievable. I think Kelvin Sampson in this transition. Remember a year ago when they left the American and went to the Big 12 and everybody's like, oh, geez, well, now they're going to really find out how hard it is. And all they did was go 15-3 and win the conference. Well, all they've done to repeat that is to clinch at least a share of the conference title right now at 16-1. And they did it with replacing Jamal Shedd. And Uzan has been unbelievable with his growth from when they were 4-3, not playing with any toughness, not playing with any physicality, and then the overall offense of this team much improved.
All right, so split votes in the ACC and in the Big 12, but you are both in agreement on who the Big East Coach of the Year is, Coach.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick Pitino. You talk about a guy that basically hit a lottery with Kadari Richmond. Talk about a guy that get those guys to buy in to competing each and every play, defending and rebounding. And then the last month or so, he's empowered them to shoot the basketball, make or miss. If you get an open look, let it rip. Rick Pitino is not a good coach. He's a great coach. He can take his team and beat you. He can take your team and beat you.
I'll tell you this right now. If you don't play hard, you don't play at all. They're very good.
You sound more like Luke Carter.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but that works too here. I mean, look, he's been unbelievable. They sweep UConn. Dominant program that's poised now to make a Final Four run.
Yeah. SEC, the best conference in college basketball.
Another one we agree on.
Again, you're both on the same page, right?
The pearls of wisdom for you, okay? Your coach was talking about roster construction. Well, great job there, A++. Maximizing what that roster can bring to the court on a night-in, night-out basis in the most difficult conference in the country. This has been a masterclass by Bruce Pearl this year, Coach.
Think about what Bruce Pearl has done, right? He only has one freshman, Todd Pettiford. He comes off the bench, dynamic, changes his style of play. The development of Denver Jones, development of Chaney Johnson, the development of Janai Broome, who could be the player of the year, the buy-in of the collective responsibility. And then let's face it, they've had a roadblock, they've had a detour. Bruce Pearl is like in charge of the three-ring circus, and he just makes sure it all stays together.
All right, so Rick Pitino, a Hall of Famer. Bruce Pearl is going to get there one day. And in the Big Ten, your vote goes to another Hall of Famer.
Well, in the Big Ten, that's Coach. Coach has got Tom Izzo.
I'm going to go with Tom Izzo. What he's done this year is absolutely incredible. Going 10 deep. Think about what he's done in terms of development of Jace Richardson, in terms of bringing him along slowly. The backcourt and the depth of the backcourt, the front court, playing 10 guys, getting guys to buy into each other. They're back to the transition game. They're back to being physical defensively, and they're back to rebounding the basketball.
To me, I go with Dusty May. I think you talk about late game execution. You can talk about how many close games the Wolverines have been in, but they win those games. And that comes down to trust and belief. And then the last guy I'm going to throw in there, and I really believe he deserves a look at National Coach of the Year, Randy Bennett. Give me another program that's at that size and that stature that can lose Aiden Mahaney, Joshua Jefferson, and Alex Dukas to the NBA, minimal NIL money, and have as successful as a season as Randy Bennett has.
I'll take your Randy Bennett and raise you a Ben McCollum. And Ben McCollum, what he's done, taking a Division II program, moving it into Division I in a very competitive conference, almost dominating that conference. The manner in which they play, Bennett starts his development as a player. What Ben McCollum's done, leaving Division II, going to Division I, taking over a program that had great success, and yet not missing a beat.
You could also go Alan Huss at High Point, Russell Turner, UC Irvine, Todd Phillips at Utah Valley, among some of the other
You're looking for Mark Gear
in college basketball. Send them to ESPN, please, courtesy of Kevin Connors. Coach of the Year discussion, always good in college basketball.
Am I the only one who doesn't get it?
Hey, get a grip. You got this.
Okay, so what? You have the answers?
Do you just want the answers? Or do you want to learn? Smart choice. Get a grip on college with Chegg.
Always on, day and night. Always analyzing. Always discovering new insights. Always optimizing. Always focused on the way forward. The one wearable that's always on.
I got this wow skin from a body wash. It's new. It's Olay Super Serum Body Wash. Sinks into my skin with 5 powerful ingredients. It hydrates, firms, smooths, brightens, and evens. That's 5 skincare benefits in one for visibly improved skin in 14 days. Look at this Olay difference. So luminous. It's new Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Hey, brushing besties! Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works. Dr. Torres?
Reality checkup.
Guys, you need to try Crest 3G White Deep Stain Remover. Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth, lifting them away. For whiter teeth in one day. Obsessed. Crest.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I can get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and the pad's hundreds of strips scrub away sticky messes, even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
In hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true, Keytruda. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Now on the ESPN app, faster alerts from the best insiders in the business, from Schefter to Kaplan to Passon. Access the latest breaking news by searching for your favorite ESPN insider and tapping the alarm bell to enroll.
I told y'all to run that. Come on now. I said.
Hey, guys. What are you guys doing? How'd you do that? Looks complicated.
Well, it ain't that hard. Joe, tell it. Man.
It's easy. Pick more or less on at least 2 players, enter your lineup, and lock in for the game.
I could have told you that. I could have told you that.
Download the PrizePicks app today. Enter $5 and get $50 instantly with code TEAM. PrizePicks. Run your game.
Broccoli, eh? Gotta eat them greens.
Talking about broccoli? I'm trying to get this green on PrizePicks.
Huh?
PrizePicks is giving you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, that's quick 50.
That's a lot of cheddar.
It's not cheddar, it's quiche.
Download the app and play $5 to get $50 instantly with code TEAM. PrizePicks. Run your game.
50 years with my best friend.
The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Think PXG is too expensive? Think again. Buy any 7 clubs and save 15%. Buy 10 clubs or more, get 18% off, or maximize your savings with 20% off when you buy at least 14 clubs. PXG, you've never played like this before, period.
There's something remarkable about the University of South Carolina. It's in the labs, where researchers are discovering ways to make communities healthier and stronger. It's in the nation's best first-year student experience, and top-ranked programs in nursing and health sciences. It's where more South Carolina students have access to higher education than ever before. Because when you stand for something bigger than yourself, you can create something that benefits us all.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
See, toe fungus is not just an embarrassing cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even small spots can spread and get worse. Drugstore remedies and prescriptions just don't get to the root cause of your fungus. That's why this simple 2-minute hack has gone viral. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. It works by deeply penetrating and disrupting the cellular structure of the fungus. Thousands are literally wiping their fungus clean and showing off their toes again. And now you can try it totally risk-free. Go to crystalflush.com.
Welcome back to Super Tuesday, presented by Progressive Insurance. Inside Mizzou Arena, where Missouri has tormented teams. No surprise then that Missouri is up by 15. They got out to a big double-digit lead early on and only lengthened that. He is John Sunvold, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. That was an impressive first half for Missouri on both ends.
A common theme at Mizzou Arena this year for the Missouri Tigers is what they did the first half. 52 points, they get up and down, they shoot the heck out of it. Defense has got to find a way to stop it. Now on the other side, South Carolina, somebody's got to help Colin Murray Boyles out because he's been outstanding.
Yes, he has. He hasn't missed a shot. He's 7 of 7 from the floor, 17 points.
In a wide variety of ways. Again, his physicality, he's hard to match up. He's got soft hands, great feet, finishes around the rim. He's been a challenge. And Missouri, guys coming off the bench. Jacob Cruz, 2 threes and another bucket. He had 8. And then Caleb Grill, what can you say? Fire away. Bombardier to the Pilots. 14 points. Shot the ball extremely well. 2 of 4 beyond the 3. The guys off the bench, 22 points on the bench points.
And a lot of that coming from number 31 in the white. There he is. He remains lights out from distance. He scored the 14. His running mate there, Jacob Cruz, comes off the bench. Buried consecutive triples there. And so Mizzou 6 of 11 from distance. Very efficient.
So you have 2 confident shooters that sit on that sideline for Dennis Gates. And when they're put in, they are confident to take those shots early and often.
There's a comfort that comes with knowing your role, knowing that the staff trusts you in your role, and you've got the, as you mentioned, green light behind you to excel in that role.
So the Gamecocks have to get these first 4 minutes, find a way to get 2 or 3 or 4 stops, get buckets on the other end.
Perkins using that big body to try to shoulder away Thomas. That's a couple of drives and kicks now. Perkins open. Perkins goes up. Scoring. Missouri getting to that paint and wreaking havoc.
Physical, tough, liking contact.
You know, Perkins is someone that we probably, for better or for worse, I don't want to say overlooked. There's 3 other double-figure scorers. Perkins, here's a guy who's been unselfish, taking on a little less of a scoring role, although maybe not tonight. Perkins, not that time.
Something of Perkins, 1 of 4 Hawkeyes at Iowa, career 1,100 points, 375 rebounds, 300 assists, 130 steals. Roy Marble, Jeff Warner, Kevin Boyle. Kevin Boyle led Hawkeyes in 1985-4, so he's a great class up there at Iowa Hawkeye, and has brought his expertise and his veteran leadership here to Mizzou.
Another turnover. He's kind of a what do you need guy, Tony Perkins. A little bit of this.
I tell you what, there's a trust by the coaching staff with Tony Perkins in games late with the balls in his hands.
Anthony Robinson, the bullseye in the flush. Well, if you're South Carolina, this is not the time to mail it in here. It's a 19-point cushion for the Tigers, though. Largest lead of the night. So they got to display some fight. Bounce pass, Nick Pringle, and it knocked away. Good sleight of hand, and it will stay here.
Well, Ant Robinson is using his physicality. They are dominating. Watch the hand. He gets around, uses it to push away. Goes down the middle and finishes. Nobody behind him, but out front, can't get beat off the ball, no matter what it is.
Murray Boyles remains 13 straight games now for CMB in double figures. He's on the verge of his 9th 20-point game. Again, he has flourished this season. as the #1 guy in sophomore season. Robinson has consecutive buckets.
And Robinson's got to be careful. The stiff arm is probably going to get called sooner or later.
And he has utilized that to his advantage, put it that way tonight. Little cut to the rim. Wright had it knocked away. There's Robinson again with a great sleight of hand. Here's Bates. Whoa! Monster throwdown! Get out of his way! Whoa!
Tamar Bates plays this season as though he was frustrated about what happened a year ago. Wow. Tigers on a roll.
These are my teeth. A few overlap.
Others are straight, crooked, and capped.
Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch.
No matter what kind of teeth, you gotta brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, gets in between, going where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better clean. These are my teeth, the key to my look.
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Oh, pizza! We're trapped by dishes!
Don't worry, they've got new Dawn Power Suds. It'll power through this whole pile with ease.
Yeah, it's the dish soap with 2 times more powerful suds.
Lucky ducks.
Dawn's first suds that trap, lock, and remove 99% of grease.
So it doesn't get passed from dish to dish.
Ooh, clean and stacked.
Like ducks in a row.
Good one.
New Dawn Power Suds, the better grease getter.
I used to struggle with dandruff and scalp issues, but then I started using Head & Shoulders every wash because the active ingredient in Head & Shoulders fights off the microbes that cause dandruff. Microbes are on everyone's scalp and can cause irritation, but when you use Head & Shoulders every wash,
keeps these rascals at bay and helps prevent dandruff before it starts.
Where do you think you're going?
see, no flakes down here.
Hair looks great.
Had a little help.
Make every wash count.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Whether you're traveling or out for a big meal, Pepto provides fast relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Unlike some products, Pepto actively coats and neutralizes irritation to soothe your upper and lower digestive systems. For fast and effective relief from digestive upsets, stock up on Pepto today. Brand power helping you buy better.
Old Spice Swagger's long-lasting freshness makes me smell good, so Coach thinks I'm slacking.
If you're working hard, how do you smell so fresh?
So I trained, constantly, took my Old Spice Swagger, and got a drill named after me. The deodorized dribble. Broke a record. Broke my leg. Broke my record with a broken leg. Until Coach said,
I underestimated you, son.
Sometimes, a man must overcompensate for his freshness.
This is just spectacular.
There's nothing stopping them right now.
The celebration is on.
March Madness begins March 19th.
Anthony Robinson, the second, the sophomore from Tallahassee. So how would you describe his leap this season?
Well, there's a step, obviously, from your freshman sophomore year where your confidence level goes up. From the start of the year, the coaching staff, Dennis Gates and his staff, gave him the basketball out front. Tony Perkins was hurt early in the season, so more minutes for Anthony Robinson, more attempts at possessions, right? More responsibility. And I think the trust that the coaches have on the defensive end is one thing. Now you have to have trust on the offensive end. And he continues to get better, stronger with the ball, making plays for himself and teammates, and the confidence is at a high level.
Yeah, that confidence is critical. And you saw the numbers, too. It's just he's a bit more efficient in everything, a more efficient shooter. Turnovers are down. Dennis Gates, he has joked at a couple of points this season. He said Anthony Robinson a little more coachable this year. Last year he used to call home, complain when things didn't go his way. This year he doesn't do that. And so he has excelled in this role after that South Carolina turnover. Now here's Mizzou. They were up 15 at the break. They've already started the second half on an 8-2 run, so +6 there. 21-point cushion. And almost through there. Perkins misfired at the rim. Largest advantage of the evening for the Tigers that dominate teams in this building. Wright can't hit the three. Foul underneath. It's a foul on Missouri.
South Carolina, one of the weaknesses they have, there's a few this year, but they don't get a lot of easy baskets. They did against Texas. They got the ball out and advanced it up the court. Even tonight, if they get a miss, it's advanced more sideways. It's not going up the court. They've got to find some way to get some easy hoops, easy buckets. Get back in this game.
Murray Boyles has the 19. Now, Jamari Thomas, the man right here with it, he's got 11. Most of his production coming at the line. Bounce pass back to Pringle. There's a little give and go that time. And Nick Pringle, who normally gets to the free throw line often, will visit the stripe for the first time tonight. That's the third foul on Tamar Bates, so Caleb Brill is ready to check in for Missouri. Morris Ugasuk will do the same for the Gamecocks.
And South Carolina needs the production of Nick Pringle. Very quiet night so far.
You know, even on the glass as well, just the 2 rebounds. Pringle, one of the more reliable rebounders for South Carolina, 6 a game, second behind Murray Boyles.
A member of the Alabama Final Four squad a year ago.
That's right.
Back to his home state to play his grad year, University of South Carolina.
Fifth-year senior from Seabrook, South Carolina. He started at Wofford, then did a season of junior college ball in Kansas, Bama last year. Back to South Carolina. Just saw Josh Gray check in. Missouri happy to have him back in the rotation. Remember, he was out with the illness on Saturday, the 8-point loss to Arkansas. Mitchell, little ball fake, driving in on Pringle, goes up with the left. The lefty can't score it. And here comes South Carolina. Nice pass that time from Wright to Pringle, and Nick Pringle going right back to the free throw line.
And probably a good foul by Grill. Pringle looked like he had an easy lane to an easy 2 points. Grill fouls it, makes Pringle go earn the 2 at the free throw line. First time that we've really seen South Carolina attack, right? They got the rebound, and it's a dead sprint.
Missouri.
Being a content creator can feel like you've always got to be on, always live. It's overwhelming. So
Better said, had the foot on the gas for the entirety of that first 20 minutes. And they got off to the 8-2 start here. And so South Carolina must find a way to respond.
Well, we've seen it all season. You go on the road and you get down, it's a tough mountain. You climb it, and you might not get all the way over the top. Florida tonight at Georgia, right? They got to the top of the mountain, couldn't get over the top. Georgia still wins that game.
Pocket pass to Mitchell, picks up the dribble, flings it back out to Perkins. So he does the same, 10 on the timer. Mitchell got fouled that time. So the aggressive, strong take. He draws the personal. And that's the second on Jamari Thomas. Hey, it's tough to win on the road in this league. It's even tougher to win on the road here. Missouri 17-1 in this building. Most home wins in college basketball this year, tied for it.
And it took an outstanding A&M team to come in here defensively and be great. And then Wade Taylor doing what Wade Taylor did, knocked in a bomb to win that game.
Yeah, the game winner. That's the difference between Missouri. Game winner in a 67-64 ball game a month ago. That's the difference between perfect at home and 17-1. But partner, we were here a week ago It was a thrilling win, maybe the most notable home win of the season last week against Alabama. Top 5 Crimson Tide team comes rolling in. They score 110 against Bama.
Interesting matchup when Colin Murray-Boyles catches the ball. Really, all eyes are on him from this Missouri defense.
Lucas Suk follows his own miss, so a new 20. Butler just checked in. This is Jordan Butler.
Getting some love from the Missouri fans.
It's not quite a warm reception. Return to the place where he started his college career. Thomas gets it back and somehow spins it back. That was Perkins who blocked the shot. Thomas stuck with it, so nice job there.
Pretty good job by Thomas to stay with it. Perkins has been pretty aggressive on both ends of the floor.
We've got a pair of guys on the floor right now that are playing their former teams. Lob it up to right, he finishes. So that was
very good to that team last year that went to the NCAA tournament, lost in the first round to Oregon, and as he transferred here to Missouri, has been very valuable for Dennis Gates. Veteran player, handles everything inside, good rebounder, terrific defender out top.
Josh Gray, perhaps saying to himself, I'm the missing ingredient. This is Grill, knocks down another. Just too much space and made South Carolina pay.
It is an absolute pure stroke when he's got it going.
At 25 in this building last week in that giant win against Alabama. He's got 17 now to lead all Tiger scores. Butler just blanketed the last couple of times he touched the basketball, last 2 possessions. Lucas Suk wasn't looking for the shot, and so instead it'll be on Thomas's shoulders here. Bounce pass down to Murray-Boyles. He goes up and through some contact finishes.
It's just actually amazing how he gets his body in, and then he's got the ability to use soft hand, soft finish, even though it's a rough shot that he's trying to attempt.
And so now it's another 20-point game, by the way, for Murray-Boyles. The problem for South Carolina, they have just not been able to turn the water off here on this end of the floor. The waterfall continues.
Yeah, no answers. Great pass by Josh Gray.
More like an avalanche, perhaps. There's a basket at the rim here for CMBC. He just continues to pour it in. 23.
Yeah, 10 of 11 from the field.
Well, we'll talk about his pro upside here in this second half. We've got plenty to fill you in on in terms of that. A sophomore from Columbia. This really inspiring story. Perkins scoring. Tony Perkins has been a little bit more aggressive of late. And the veteran from Indianapolis is at the line when we return. 20-point cushion for the Tigers.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker to the wash. It keeps all clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today. And on my way to work. And through security.
Looks like she uses Unstoppables too.
It smells so good I'm actually paying attention. Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable.
Yellow.
Didn't pass the tissue test?
Dr. Garcia?
Buckle up.
Whoa! Crest Reality Checkup!
There's toothpaste white, and then there's Crest 3D White Strips white. Oh, 1 sec.
Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface to whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. And use Crest 3D White toothpaste to maintain your smile. Crest.
Yellow.
Didn't pass the tissue test?
Dr. Garcia?
Buckle up.
Whoa! Crest Reality Checkup!
There's toothpaste white, and then there's Crest 3D White Strips white. Oh, 1 sec.
Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface to whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. And use Crest 3D White toothpaste to maintain your smile. Crest.
I used to struggle with dandruff and scalp issues, but then I started using Head & Shoulders every wash because the active ingredient in Head & Shoulders fights off the microbes that cause dandruff. Microbes are on everyone's scalp and can cause irritation, but when you use Head & Shoulders every wash,
Keeps these rascals at bay. It helps prevent dandruff before it starts.
Where do you think you're going?
See? No flakes down here.
Here looks great.
Had a little help.
Make every wash count.
I got this wow skin from a body wash. It's new. It's Olay Super Serum Body Wash. Sinks into my skin with 5 powerful ingredients. It hydrates, firms, smooths, brightens, and evens. That's 5 skincare benefits in one for visibly improved skin in 14 days. Look at this Olay difference. So luminous. It's new Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
When you can't take your bed to the store, there's Instacart.
Another really impressive performance today, Sonny, for Colin Murray Boyles, who's got 23, on 10 of 11 shooting.
Well, he does it night in, night out around the rim, and he's the focal point of any defensive team. So double team, triple team, wide varieties of moves inside, and again, the physicality that he plays with, the power that he plays with, it is fun for us to watch up close.
Now, the problem for South Carolina is it is down 20. However, that said, it's still an impressive performance from CMB. And you see that little ranking right there. Jonathan Givoni, he is our draft guru, very dialed into all those front offices. And he re-released his updated mock draft. He's got Colin Murray Boyles slotted, projected, as the 18th overall draft pick in June. We got 4 months till June, but that's how he sees things right now. What do you think his upside looks like at the next level?
I was talking to an agent who's at the game today, and we were in discussion about thoughts on Colin Murray. He's told me, he said there's kind of a variety of people who some like, some not as much. Love maybe for him to stay another year, get the coaching at the college level. But he also said when you start narrowing it down and you get past the early picks in the lottery, then it's what is a need for a team? And so I'm sure Colin Murray Boyles will sit down with his people and take a look at things and his coach and see what the NBA's thinking and discuss all that. But he is a terrific talent.
Murray Boyles got fouled that time by Gray, so he is headed to the free throw line. You know, we had this very, very interesting discussion with Lamont Paris about a lot of the points that you just brought up. I think we all know his skill. He's got nice touch around the rim, can take advantage of angles and spacing, but that, whether to go, not to go, it's an interesting science, isn't it? You know, if you know you're a guaranteed lottery pick, for example, well, that's a pretty good thing to cash in on. If not,
that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
If not, now with NIL, you could go back, get paid to be in South Carolina, continue to develop, and work on in the summer things that don't translate yet to that next level. Jump shot, move off, move shooting. He's got all the other things and all the other tools.
Open there, and Nate Robinson stuck with it, and he found the big man.
Yeah, Robinson took the bump out front, no whistle, and he still made the play.
It's been a physical day today at the old office here for both of these teams.
The old-fashioned little bumps now and then aren't whistled, are they?
This time of year, it just means more time in the ice bath, perhaps, post-game.
Good steal by Cruz, knocked it back in play.
Now, how about just his ascension, if you will, as a really reliable reserve, someone whose minutes just continue to grow. He has developed nicely, fifth-year senior, first year at this level, and so they do finally whistle Butler for the foul he was hounding Robinson. Butler sitting there going, well, they didn't call it the last time, so might as well try.
Well, Josh Gray gets an easy one here. Nobody around him, good find by his sophomore Ant Robinson, nicknamed the Horse.
Yeah. It's been a big lead for Missouri just about all game, outside of the first couple of minutes. Cruz pulls it. Cruz can't hit, and Pringle secures it. Missouri went on that pretty emphatic 23-6 run. Remember, about the midway portion of the first half, they've never looked back. Conyers left that short, did follow it. And here we go. Quick lead feed. Drill with his eyes up. South Carolina with some good transition defense that time. Nothing much for Mizzou. Pringle looked like he got elbowed there inadvertently from Mitchell. They got to stick with the play. Cruz, so he takes advantage of South Carolina being almost basically a man down there. Pringle got elbowed inadvertently in the face. And Missouri makes them pay. 23-point cushion for the home team.
What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today.
Things aren't really moving.
You could use some Metamucil.
Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com.
Cash in on all the sports action this season with Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on a few player stats for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Join over 10 million members playing in over 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Download the Prize Picks app today with code TEAM to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Looks like it's brine time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Reality check. That grimy film on your teeth, it's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities in months. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crest Pro Health mouthwash. Crest.
Feeling backed up and bloated? Good thing Metamucil Fiber Plus Probiotics Gummies work harder for your digestive system, with fiber to help promote gut health and probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, so you can feel your best. Metamucil Fiber Plus Probiotics Gummies.
I was kind of playing a guessing game when it came to my health. Now with Whoop, I know how my body works. I could conquer any day.
I know when to go hard, and I know when to take it easy.
I've found my sense of recovery both physically and mentally.
Whoop has given me the deepest understanding of the quality of sleep that I'm getting.
This year, find your focus. Join Whoop.
How are you feeling about the exam?
All good. If I don't sleep, I mean.
If it helps, I'm using Chegg. Total game changer.
Yeah, I've tried AI.
It's better than that. Step-by-step guidance, real human experts, and practice questions. So I know I've got it.
Maybe I should try.
Yeah, he definitely needs Chegg. Get a grip on college with Chegg.
Social chair, but her capacity to care is unmatched. You need Patty. Patty needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you with a plan that's right for Patty. Let our expertise round out yours.
So this was the prior sequence before our final timeout. So Nick Pringle, he is right up in Mark Mitchell's face that time. Mitchell, you see, as he raises the ball above his head, elbow catches the
previous
jaw.
play was deemed incidental contact, therefore we have no foul. We'll resume play the ball on the baseline.
So Doug Schau's Final Four caliber official with the explanation there, even though Pringle took an L that time. Just incidental, contact there on the elbow.
His face doesn't say incidental.
Incidental, but not inadvertent.
In the old days, that was kind of what you'd call a cross face. A guy stuck it in there, you swept the ball across. Now it's more, he's in the cylinder, right? You can't get that close. You won't be protected.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that sequence. It's a tough break for Pringle. So, Sonny, look, we got to spend a moment here underscoring the fact Missouri scored 52 and a half. Again, 50 plus in the first half in this building. overall shooting 63% from the floor. They have gotten better since halftime.
Well, think of this, 63% from the floor, 54% from three.
Foul on Thomas.
100%, 9 for 9 for the free throw line. They've got 17 assists on 29 made baskets. They're shooting lights out. It's almost, can't say a perfect half because it's not perfect, but it's unbelievable for a head coach to look at how you're playing. They only have 4 turnovers on the offensive end. I mean, it's the shots they're getting are from their guys that make shots. Everybody stepped in, has got open looks, has delivered.
It feels systematic. Everybody has produced, and as you mentioned, it's been largely mistake-free ball. Here's an offensive rebound. That one did not hit the side of the rim. Robinson contested 15-footer. He's into double figures as well. There's 4 Tigers that have scored 10 or more, make it 5, excuse me. Robinson joins the club.
And it's at Robinson's ability to make shots at different angles. Mid-range game, at the rim, out deep, 40% three-point shooter. Great defender. Another guy that the NBA kind of comes to watch and take a look at. They like what he does.
You know, we talk about, Sonny, formulas, and it just feels like the formula for Missouri. I think the staff thought they got it right in the offseason. You have to add players, you have to retain players, and if they're veteran players on both sides there, that's great news. But it just seems like that continuity and the chemistry has only grown as the year has unfolded.
Well, let's go back. Caleb Grill was injured. Last year was his grad year. He played 98 games, got injured, so he was granted another season. Veteran player. Tamar Bates was part of last year's team, frustrated by how it went and how they played, no doubt about it. Robinson got older, a year older. Trent Pierce, a year older. Then you start mixing in different guys from the transfer portal. Warren, Mark Mitchell. Mark Mitchell was a top 10 transfer. Tony Perkins from Iowa. Different guys that can contribute. And the ability then, not only are they good defensively, but offensively, they have so many weapons that could beat a team.
Look at the turnovers for us. That number is up. Murray Boyles getting back to the free throw line past the midway mark here in the second.
Yeah, Murray Boyles is, it's fun to watch because sometimes you hate to say it, he's a one-man show, but he is. He's so tough to defend, goes right or left, and again, the ability to take contact and then use that left hand in a soft release. Contact now goes to the free throw line.
So South Carolina, outside of Colin Murray Boyles, 26 points. He has 26 as well. By the way, Wednesday, Kentucky, Oklahoma.
There is an offensive battle. Yeah, it could be high scoring. Kentucky scores it, Oklahoma scores it, especially in Lloyd Noble. Shoot lights out.
It's going to be on the SEC Network, 9 Eastern. Remember, Oklahoma just scored 93 in a game that it needed in a big way against Mississippi State. So they KO a ranked Bulldogs team the other day on Saturday. They snapped their 5-game skid. They needed that one.
And I know it's been a tough SEC league play for Oklahoma. But with that win, they've got so many great non-conference wins. That's why they are in so far inside that bubble area.
Grill's open. Grill hits.
And they're going to have to be changing the nets after the game. They're about ready to rip on this end.
They have certainly been ripping cord tonight. Wow, 8 of 15 from distance. You know, to quote the 21st century basketball philosopher, John Sumble, aka the guy sitting next to me. What did you say? I'm going to quote you in the first half. This Missouri team, it is a fun show to watch. Whoa!
Entertainment dollars at Mizzou Arena, well spent if you come here to watch.
It's a near 30-point lead after the latest Pierce triple. Pringle cannot respond. Or, excuse me, that's the freshman Cam Scott. Jacob Cruz pushing. And Missouri is just relentless right now. Largest advantage of the evening. This is a dominant performance against Conference foe South Carolina. Robinson, a little showtime. Step back three. They love it in this building right now.
85 points with 8.5 to go.
I think the shoulder shimmy was almost as good. Just the big man Bozeman's for done. South Carolina just has not been able to keep up with just the torrid pace of made shots. They're not making the twos either. And so it has been a rough day for the Gamecocks. They're feeling good after their first SEC win Saturday against Texas, but went down double digits early in the first, relatively speaking. Thomas gets fouled there. And the Missouri lead has only swelled further and further. They just hit their last 3 triples, the latest from Robinson.
It is raining threes at Mizzou Arena. 1, 2, and let's finish with a third. And Robinson with a step back crossover. Nothing but nylon. Wow.
Bye, honey.
Morning breath, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Oof.
Reality checkup.
Morning breath can be a sign of underlying health issues.
Crest Pro Health mouthwash protects your mouth overnight, every night, by killing millions of bacteria and preventing oral health issues like plaque and bad breath before they start.
Without the burn.
I'm so much pressure!
Crest.
Bye, honey.
Morning breath, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Oof.
Reality checkup.
Morning breath can be a sign of underlying health issues.
Crest Pro Health mouthwash protects your mouth overnight, every night, by killing millions of bacteria and preventing oral health issues like plaque and bad breath before they start.
Without the burn.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full business functionality and a design tailored just for you. Customize every element of your website and watch your vision come to life in minutes. Control everything from the biggest tasks.
For the comment at this stage. I'm a lawyer. That's all for now. Thank you.
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you? Really good one. Vigilantes are not heroes. Yeah. Daredevil Born Again, only on Disney Plus.
Boring.
Certain you're on mute?
Yeah. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Experience certainty with 4imprint. High quality promotional products, expert service, and on-time delivery. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
There's nothing worse than losing your wallet. Fraud risk, new cards, dealing with the DMV. Meet the solution. The Ridge Wallet. Your information is protected and you'll never lose it with the AirTag attachment. It's RFID blocking, MagSafe compatible, and comes with a lifetime warranty, up to 30% off.
Having the TRX at home is like bringing a boutique gym experience, a studio class, to your living room.
With the TRX suspension trainer, tackling a full body workout is a breeze, offering hundreds of exercises using your body weight. Setup takes just seconds. All you need is a door, a tree, or a beam. TRX is an integral, low-impact workout without stressing your joints. Its versatility caters to everyone, from beginners to advanced users.
Get 10% off with TRX 10.
Difficult to just spotlight just one shooter tonight because they're all making a buck. Caleb Grill leading the way for Missouri once again. He's got a team-high 20 points, 4 of 6 from distance.
You know, he walked into the first half. This is coming off a tough performance Saturday night at Arkansas, only 2 of 12 beyond the three-point line. But he walked in, made shots early and often. You go 8 for 10 from the field, 4 of 6 beyond the three-point line. He also has a couple assists, 3 steals on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's one of the more effective three-point shooters in the league. For a long time, there was leading the league in three-point shooting. A lot of folks have enjoyed watching this prolific season. We're throwing it back to your All-American season. I mean, the last time we saw somebody putting up numbers like this, you went 50% from the floor, 87% of the stripes, 17 a game that year.
I'm trying
the
to think,
Big 8 champs.
Am I dunking that one on the right? I don't know what to do with that. But
could be a block, could be a layup, could be a whole bunch of things there.
Well, I will say this. Caleb Grill brings unbelievable excitement when he walks, especially in the home court, when he walks into the building and gets into the lineup. Now, he's done it on the road, too. He did it at Mississippi State. He did it at Florida, where he just absolutely, I call it loud jump shots, because it's only 3 points when he makes a three, but it feels like 4 or 5 points because of the momentum he gives his teammates.
Of increased value in here. I think I feel like you would have shot 45% from distance that season. You can thank the Big 8 for.
They voted. Yeah, 7 of the teams voted no my senior year for that 3-point
Maybe
line.
putting it into that. That's no fun.
Heck with all those Big 8 schools.
Oh, here's an easy lob. Mark Mitchell just could not stuff it down there from Perkins. I mean, this has been a systematic, use the word surgical, kind of dismantling today with 7.5 to go. 30-point cushion.
Pretty cool
for Mizzou.
play, and a pretty cool play designed by the sideline for Missouri on the last time out to get the easy, looked like what was going to be an easy finish for Mark Mitchell. They just did not connect.
You know, and like you said, Grill gets the attention. We get it for obvious reasons. Remember, we brought this up earlier as well. Tamar Bates, there's another pure shooter. 50, 40, 90 club this season. So the quality scorers and shooters, just ball players in general, up and down this 11, 12, 13-man rotation at times for Missouri. So right now, we update folks. We've got a couple of weeks left in the regular season, or better said, only three games remaining after tonight in the regular season. Then Nashville the week of March 12th.
How would you like to match up against this Missouri team in round 2 of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
You only have one day to prepare.
Yeah, and remember, they're slotted right now, according to Joe Lunardi, he's the bracketology expert, as a 5 seed. Joe's pretty on the money with this stuff year after year. Times Grill just stronger on the dribble handoff, and just taking it away from South Carolina. That's really easy. 22 points now for Grill.
Older, more physical, tougher, just part of it. He's been around a long time.
24-year-old from Wichita has excelled. But does that not factor into the point you just brought up? Look at Bates. Oh, it's another coast-to-coast throwdown. He's into double figures, becomes the 6th Tiger with 10 or more tonight.
I think Mr. Bates is tired of us talking about just him being a pure shooter.
Yeah.
He's tomahawked a couple with that left hand.
Yeah, there's a couple of rim rattlers. He's nearly pulled the whole backboard down on a couple of occasions. Boy, they're really feeling it now. Missouri is. And how could you not? On the verge of another 90-point game. Mitchell stretching it down and out. But so, as you mentioned, Missouri projected 5 seed right now. So, right, who would you play in the second round? You would then be matched up, most likely. It's a 4 seed. This is a veteran 4 or 5 seed you could be facing.
Well, take a look at Tamar Bates. We talked about 50, 40, 90, but how about a tomahawk? Right around former teammate Jordan Butler. Butler played here a year ago and was on the team with Tamar Bates. Bates looked at him and gave a little nod.
Almost got whacked, by the way, on the back of the head there, bottom of the backboard. Butler may get a basket here back inside the arena he played in a season ago.
It'd be interesting if Jordan Butler could develop. We know he's a good face-up shooter. Add a little toughness to his game, but he's got some offensive ability to do some things.
There's Perkins again.
It's an absolute the physicality of the backcourt of Missouri. They punish people as they dribble.
forgot the freshman just got swallowed up. Ugasuk takes it away and throws it down. It's just been an off night for South Carolina. Blocking foul, and Gray heads to the free throw line. So Missouri, very much what we were talking about the NCAA tournament. With a win tonight, Missouri would get to 10-5, and of course, very much remains in the conversation for a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament in Nashville.
And their schedule remaining would be they travel to Vanderbilt, tough matchup this Saturday. Then next week at Oklahoma, they finish up with Kentucky. So 3 games that they feel they need to win.
Well, everybody's chasing down Auburn in this SEC race. I don't know if a team is going to catch them. Our Sonic Blockbuster Saturday on ABC features the top-ranked Tigers in Lexington to face the 17th-ranked Wildcats. So you catch that one on ABC. So Auburn's 13-1 in league play. All they have to do is win 2 of their final 4, and they'll, at a minimum there, share for the SEC title. I would say that's fairly likely based on the way they've played.
Yeah, fairly likely because of how good Auburn is. Best team in college basketball. Veteran group, they shoot it well, they're physical inside. Janai Brooke could be the player of the year. More than likely, I think will be the player of the year, but there'll be votes other way.
Cooper Flagg, the other guy in the conversation there. Now, Duke is so we talk about the 1 seeds. And Auburn, of course, is the projected top seed of the NCAA tournament. Duke is right there behind them. Okay, Alabama, another projected 1 seed. And that has been a conversation now for the last month or so. Will the SEC as a conference have 3 1 seeds in the NCAA tournament?
It did not help tonight that Florida lost to Georgia. Last night was a big win by Houston on the road at Texas Tech. Kelvin Sampson's got another great team for the Cougars.
Oh, that's a big time road win. Top 10 road win.
Yes.
Lubbock.
Yes. Think of what Houston has done in the Big 12 last 2 years. Have come in and won the league. Or lead the league this year, but that's won it last year. The league that was totally dominated by the Kansas Jayhawks over the years.
You know, and it's a story now that has been told with greater and growing frequency as Houston sustains this high level of success. But boy, that was, let's call it not the most desirable job at one point in the not too recent past. Kelvin Sampson and that staff have totally reinvigorated and changed the perception of that program from a national prestige standpoint. And you're right on. After that win, Joe Lunardi slides them up onto the 1 line.
Well, there's not many in the country that play with the physicality that the Cougars are used to play with. They rebound, they defend, and Kelvin always has a guy that can make big shots. So Jay Pryor is the man this year.
But for Tennessee, on the SEC side, Tennessee and Florida, they are the likeliest, as Pierce nails another 395 penalty for Missouri. Those 2 seem the likeliest to remain in contention as well, to be on the 1 line.
And we've seen Tennessee, if Tennessee scores the ball like they can, they're a number 1 type seed only because of how they play. I don't know if they can get that high, but if you keep winning, and then you get the SEC tournament, who wins that then?
It's going to be a rugged war. Here's Missouri, John. 62% from the floor in the first half. They have shot better from the floor in the second, just pouring it on. 65% from the floor in the second half. A lot of these shots at the rim. Warwick lost it, so South Carolina will recover and come back the other way. 110 6 days ago in this building against Alabama. They got 95 and counting here with 2:40 to go. That's a foul, and so that'll take us to our final timeout. Mizzou pouring it in once again at home. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
Oh, pizza! We're trapped by dishes.
Don't worry, they've got new Dawn Power Suds. It'll power through this whole pile with ease.
Yeah, it's the dish soap with 2 times more powerful suds.
Lucky ducks.
Dawn's first suds that trap, lock, and remove 99% of grease.
So it doesn't get passed from dish to dish.
Ooh, clean and stacked.
Like ducks in a row.
Good one.
New Dawn Power Suds, the better grease getter.
Old Spice Swagger's long-lasting freshness makes me smell good, so Coach thinks I'm slacking.
If you're working hard, how do you smell so fresh?
So I trained, constantly, took my Old Spice Swagger, and got a drill named after me. The deodorized dribble. Broke a record. Broke my leg. Broke my record with a broken leg. Until Coach said,
I underestimated you, son.
Sometimes, a man must overcompensate for his freshness.
Hey, brushing besties! Yet another toothpaste that does not white. Girl, this one works. Dr. Torres?
Reality checkup!
Guys, you need to try Crest 3G White Deep Stain Remover.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth, lifting them away. For whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
These are my teeth. A few overlap.
Others are straight, crooked, and capped.
Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch.
No matter what kind of teeth, you gotta brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, gets in between. Going where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better clean. These are my teeth, the key to my look.
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Whether you're traveling or out for a big meal, Pepto provides fast relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Unlike some products, Pepto actively coats and neutralizes irritation to soothe your upper and lower digestive systems. For fast and effective relief from digestive upsets, stock up on Pepto today. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
This is quite the emphatic performance tonight by Dennis Gates' Missouri Tigers. 63% shooting from the floor today. They've hit 11 triples. I mean, they were dialed in. And so this time of year, Sonny, we talk about, well, how's your resume? How strong is it? What's it looking like? So these are numbers that the selection committee weighs heavily. Your net ranking, what you do against what we like to call quad one teams. That just means really strong basketball teams across the nation. So you crunch the data, and Joe Lunardi, who is normally very accurate on this stuff, he has him slotted as a 5 seed here and the 18th overall seed in the NCAA tournament if it started today.
Yeah, and there's a lot of work left, right? Yeah. There's 3 regular season games left, and then you've got the tournament in Nashville. Like I said, think of that tournament in Nashville, the ranked teams of the SEC that you have to play to try to win that tournament. Wow, it's crazy.
So it's mentioned there, it is going to be a rugged route even for the teams that get that bye to the quarterfinals, and it always typically is. However, this season perhaps a bit of an exception considering the talent, the depth of talent on just about every single roster. And so after the bank here, I think Dennis Gates is going to start to bring in some of the walk-ons. Jeremy Sanchez.
Captain Jeremy Sanchez.
That's right. And Sanchez got a smile on his face. He is enjoying the reception he's getting.
He played for Dennis Gates at Cleveland State.
Yep. Connor Boateng on the floor. So if anybody's keeping tabs, the point total watch for Jeremy Sanchez, he's trying to get on the board this season. The crowd starts to chant his name. He's an indicator of just how much this one has been in hand for Missouri. Sonny, 15-point lead at the break. That has doubled to 30. This has just been An incredibly efficient and overwhelming performance by Missouri, who continues to trample teams in this building.
They have a tendency to leave no doubt when a team walks away from here.
Yeah. Bozeman's Verdun with the little turnaround. So for South Carolina, again, coming off that victory against Texas on Saturday, they finally got the weight off their shoulders. After 13 straight SEC losses, many of them very tight against very quality opponents, they were dominant in that Texas win. Tonight,
and they'll go back home. They've got Arkansas, Georgia coming up, the next two ball games. They'll finish their season on March 8th at Tennessee. They've got two home games. They'll regroup after this one. Coach of the year last year, Lamont Paris.
James Scott couldn't hit. And Missouri is going to go on the road this upcoming week. They're at Vanderbilt, at Oklahoma, and then finish at home today. March 8th against Kentucky. It's a foul on Bozeman's Verdun. This was pretty impressive tonight.
Yeah, it was
Missouri.
good. And again, from the start, South Carolina had the first minute and a half of this game. Big shot, did some things. But total domination by this Missouri team, especially shooting the basketball.
All right, Sanchez going to try to go into takeover mode here. Flings it to the corner. This is T.O. Barrett, and the freshman couldn't finish. Aaron Shaw throws it down on the follow. They'll get another opportunity.
And they're at .99, so looking for another bucket.
Sanchez has got it. And then Conyers found Sanchez. Sanchez was chasing after Conyers. Doug Schaus says, hey, let's just cool it down here. We don't want any craziness in the final minute.
That was an odd frustration foul.
But Sanchez is going to the line. He's got a chance to get his first points of the year and put Missouri over 100 for a second straight home game. Oh, 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, he had 10 starts under Dennis Gates at Cleveland Saints, 36 games played.
Shaw underneath, ball fake, there's 100. They wanted it, and they got it tonight. Conyers going to the line with 23 seconds to go. This has been, and will be, just an overwhelming, emphatic, just systematic victory for Missouri.
It's clinical. I mean, as good as Missouri can play, they play tonight, both ends of the floor. Shooting percentage just off the chart.
Better than 60% from the floor in both halves, no less. They're 64% from the field now. 11 of 19 from distance. They've only missed 2 free throws. And they've forced 15 South Carolina turnovers as well. And so, I think Jeremy Sanchez will dribble this one out. He might be the only disappointed Tiger, by the way. But nonetheless, it's a 30-point blowout win for Missouri. They remain nearly unbeatable in this arena. And for a second straight home game, they go over 100, 101-71. Largest SEC victory in over a decade.
You know, the ability to